Hello everyone, this is Shilpa Sharma, lecturer, Human Resource Department, Simaj Group of Institutions, Patna. In this video, I will discuss about the characteristics or the traits that a modern day leader must possess in order to guide his or her organization. You know that leadership is one of the most researched, most talked about, and most studied topic in organizational behavior. The organizations which do have good leaderships definitely have an edge over those organizations which do not have that efficient leadership, even if the resources are in abundance. So undeniably, leadership has a great impact, has a great influence on people who are working in the organization. The first trait that a modern day leader should possess is being visionary. Vision means you as a leader are able to see the vision of the organization. The vision means the long-term goal of the organization, the long-term target of the organization, but it is not necessary that your masses, your followers, the people, the employees working in your organization are equally well adept in understanding the vision. So in that case, you need to draw the vision in the employee's mind in such a way that they give their full effort towards achieving the mission of the organization. The second most important trait that a modern leader must have is being people-centric. If you recall the various management styles, you see that we have evolved from very conservative or very traditional schools of thoughts regarding management, which of course like the classical theories, to the modern day evolution of management, where people hold a lot of importance when it comes to their contribution in the organization as a resource. It is very rightly said that given the same set of resources, the organization with the more skilled manpower is likely to succeed more than any other organization. And that is why for a leader to lead the masses, it is very important that the leader should be people-centric. He should be a leader for the people and should lend patient ears to the problems of people while solving any problem, and without a prefixed prejudice in his mind. Definitely, from this trait only stems out another trait, which is that of the communication quality. The exchange of information is simply known as communication. But it is not so simple when we talk about this in context of the leadership abilities in the organization. When we talk about communication, there are other factors also. Like, communication is not just writing or reading or speaking. It is about how you write, how you speak, and how well it is grasped, how well the message is conveyed to the recipients. And in all this, one important factor is also that a leader should be empathetic. Empathetic means that a leader should be able to understand a particular situation from someone else's point of view also. Why has certain things been done should be judged only when the leader puts himself in the position of his masses. Another important characteristic or the trait that a modern day leader must have is authenticity. See, the people working in the organization are not fool, and the ethics or the moral of a leader is very important in order for him to be trusted blindly by his team or his followers or his masses in the organization. By default, the people will come to know that where the leader is being superficial or where the leader is being shallow. And this is where the red flag is raised. So, to avoid such a situation, it is very important that the leader should maintain a high level of authenticity. He must have a high level of moral, and he should stick to certain principles which should be non negotiable. Then, another very important trait that a modern day leader must have is that you should have the feature of being resilient. Means you should have fair degree of resilience in your personality. Why is resilience important? See, resilience is important because we all know that business organizations are working in a highly dynamic environment where things change very rapidly. Sometimes things or the outer conditions will be such that it will knock down the things in the organization. But in that case, a leader should be able to bounce back intellectually, culturally, morally, physically, and emotionally. So, this is why this becomes very important. Resilience is really important. And at last but not least, it has been researched and found that since this is an era of MNCs, multinational companies, and there are various organizations where the various succeeding elements are also mergers and acquisitions, where you might acquire or get merged with organizations which are not of your own culture, means foreign acquisitions or foreign mergers. In that case, this is impossible for a leader to not take care of the culture and still be successful. Which means that a leader of today's generation must be culturally very, very sensitive. There are great companies which take great care of people coming from different culture, from India, from Africa, from Asia, from Saudi Arabia. So it has to be a mandatory rule for the organization for their leaders to be culturally sensitive, taking care of the culture from where a person belongs and not hurting them in any which ways. So I hope that enough points I have discussed about what traits should or what qualities should a modern day leader possess in order to succeed and take his organization towards success by getting the organization an edge from his competitors. Thank you so much for now.